Clever. I remember thinking at the time, very, very clever. You hash out an idea and you grind it in your brain until it makes perfect sense. Till all the pieces fit. Like a giant jigsaw puzzle. Except you're not playing a child's game. And you go out and you do it. What I figured I would do first is run up the red flags of infidelity. Then when Monica was enticed into taking a closer look and finding nothing, I'd go out and get a little on the side. Very clever indeed. Extramarital affairs are a bear. If you can manage it, you're better off making do with what you've got. But if you don't take chances, you're stuck with your life and nothing ever changes. I was bored to death with my existence, but whatever it would take to spice up my life up until this point, I was too afraid to act upon. The first part of the plan was right there in front of me on the web, courtesy of the Sharp Eye Investigation Agency. Signs of infidelity. 30 clues to cheating spouses. Sudden increase in time away from home. Decreased sexual interest. And subject attends more work functions alone. These are some of the easiest to fake and the ones I employed most to arouse my wife's suspicions. But jolting Monica out of her dream world took a little bit more than I expected. I practically had to beat her over the head with my red herrings as I had never in all of our 17 years of marriage given her reason not to trust me. Finally, after arriving home late for dinner, for what it seemed like the 100th time, she asked me, "Richard, are you seeing someone else?" I let my jaw drop, and with a delivery of complete shock, replied, "Me seeing someone else? What on earth would ever give you that idea? In all these years that we've been married, have you ever known me to be interested in anyone else?" Finally, after more questioning about my errant behavior, she seemed to accept my explanations and the subject was dropped. How could she not? She still loved me, didn't she? Well, the next few days she sure acted like she did. But despite my reassurances to Monica, I could have sworn I caught the glimpse of something or someone shadowing me whenever I was out and about, which was exactly what I wanted. A forest green Chevrolet Malibu seemed to appear whenever I was out and about. Maybe it was coincidental, or maybe it was just my imagination working overtime, but it always seemed to appear. Plus the fact that the windshield was tinted and I couldn't see who was inside. It seemed odd to me. But then one day when I was hunting for a box of staples in the bottom drawer of Monica's desk, I discovered an invoice from the law firms of Simon and Lewandowski. Addressed to Monica, it read, "Please find the final report of our operatives," followed by a list of surveillance dates and expenses incurred. And at the bottom it read, "After extensive investigation over more than 4 weeks, it is our conclusion that the subject, Richard Martson, is not involved in any extramarital activities whatsoever. His behavior, while at times somewhat less predictable or routine, is in our view innocuous and innocent." In other words, the behavior of any normal, law-abiding man of his age, occupation, and lifestyle, etc., etc. Beautiful. And so it began, just as I wanted it, with no strings attached.